My name is Stan Glander, and I am the owner of Konos North Shore, which is a quality fast food made from scratch restaurant. We have, there's 4 here on Oahu and 1 in Las Vegas. We also have the Surfing Pig, which is where we are right now. It's our full service craft cocktail kind of hip restaurant in Kaimuki, which used to be like the cool restaurant mecca for a while back. And it kind of drifted out of that for a little bit, but it's kind of coming back into that now. I also do some podcasts called Who Closed Last Night, and that you can find us on Spotify and YouTube. Just go to podcasts and look that up. And then we have a management company called Walnut Street Hospitality Group, and that is who runs all of the restaurants. And we do marketing, we do accounting, we do all of that stuff as a company. And then our latest foray is now franchising. So we have just begun to start the franchising of Konos North Shore. Finished all of our legal documents, which has been a total pain in the butt, but hopefully it'll be worth it. And we've had some interest from people in Japan, Australia, Boise, Idaho, but we're focusing on growing the state of Nevada, Arizona, and Utah.
Awesome.
That's kind of where we are right now.
Cool.
You know, when I was first going to college, I needed to work in some place that would allow me a flexible schedule, which of course is always restaurants. And I started off as a dishwasher, and then got promoted to cutting chickens. That was a heck of a promotion. And then, you know, I just kind of worked my way up and got into working in restaurants, managing restaurants. Did that for a long time. Then, you know, restaurants sometimes can be tough, especially when you're a little younger. So I said, you know, I don't want to do this. This is crazy. I want to start my own business. What do I want to do? So I kind of made a list of things I like, things I don't like, things I want to, if I was going to make my own business, I wanted it to be something I enjoyed doing. So I started a landscape company. Didn't know anything about landscaping, but I took on a partner that did. And it was great. I was out in the sun all the time. It was, you know, hard manual labor, but I did all the scheduling, all the bill paying, all that stuff. So I still got to do things other than get out there and dig, you know, flower gardens and things like that. But I lived in Ohio then, and it gets cold there in the winter. And if it doesn't snow, we're not plowing snow. So got back in the restaurant business. Long story short, I did that for a long time until I got into hotels. Became a food and beverage director at a hotel, and then general manager of a hotel. Then I decided, you know, there's got to be more than this. So I started to put out feelers for some kind of C-suite position in a hotel company, and became vice president of food and beverage for a hotel company, and later on became the COO of that company. I'm from Hawaii. I came here on vacation and said, wow, I haven't been here in 20 years. I think I want to move back. So I had invested in some of the hotels that we had. I just cashed out everything and moved back to Hawaii. And then, you know, we've had Konos on the North Shore, which is the original. Then we opened Konos on Kapahulu. That was all in 1 year. Then we did Kailua the next year. Then we did this one the next year. And then we opened Waikiki, and then Vegas. Well, you know, the whole idea was to build something that I could have my family work at if they wanted to. So one of my sons is here with me.
Awesome.
Came from Ohio, and he now has grown into, you know, doing most of the operations for the restaurants. And now I'm kind of focused on the marketing and the franchising. This was a long journey to get to here. Before I moved back to Hawaii, I lived on the East Coast, Philadelphia. Philadelphia is way different than Hawaii. And so I think it was a tough transition for me. Tough transition because, East Coast has that reputation of being pretty aggressive, pretty straightforward. And you come back here and, a lot of times it's lucky if people show up to a meeting, let alone on time. So, it was a little bit of difference for me. Working with family is different. And then growing is always a challenge. The staffing now continues to be an issue, but we have quite a few people that have been with us for multiple years. But I think, that's been the biggest challenges.
Yeah.
So I want to get to 100 locations in 5 years. And then maybe start somewhere in that time, if I can break into the international market, then who knows what's next. I have another concept that I want to roll out. And I love playing in the Surfing Pig. It's kind of a hip little urban restaurant, and I love doing stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.